Hello, my name is James Batchelor. I'm a motoring journalist and today I'm back with SNOWS BMW to take a look at two exciting new cars. We've got the i4 Gran Coupé and the second car we've got today is the new iX, a luxury sports activity vehicle. Two of the latest fully electric BMWs. Let's start with the iX. This is the new flagship of BMW's pure electric car range, and it really is a standout piece of design. Now, the front end is dominated by a new interpretation of BMW's famous double kidney grille. Now, it cleverly hides the car's state-of-the-art safety systems, cameras and radar. There are also special lightweight wheels and integrated door handles, all designed to reduce drag and improve this car's efficiency. Let's take a look inside. Now, BMW has tried its hardest to make this car's interior feel like a living space. I have to say, it feels like you're in a top suite in a 5-star hotel. It feels really special in here. Now, you can spec this car with a Bowers & Wilkins stereo. If you do that, you get speakers in the seats. And I particularly like the Sky Lounge panoramic roof. Now, it measures around 2 meters square, and I love the way at the touch of a button you can change it from clear to opaque. Being a BMW, there is the finest technology on board. The latest version of BMW's iDrive is present in the iX, and it features this fantastic curved screen. You can control it as a touchscreen with voice control, gesture control, or with the iDrive controller down here on the center console. Sticking with the centre console, you get FCA certified open poured wood. There's a whole host of other sustainable materials in here, including naturally tanned leather seats, and the plastics and floor mats are recycled. Right then, let's get the iX out on the road. Choosing which iX to go for is nice and simple. There are 3 versions and they all come with BMW's xDrive all-wheel drive system. There's the xDrive 40, the xDrive 50, and sitting right at the top of the range is the M60, a car that's been engineered by BMW's M division. The xDrive 40, the car we've got here, packs 321 brake horsepower from its twin electric motors. It's powered by a 71 kilowatt-hour battery, and that's good for a claimed range of 257 miles. The xDrive 50 has a much larger battery pack, 105 kilowatt-hours to be precise. Now, that's good for a claimed range of 381 miles. But it also packs 516 brake horsepower, which means it's very rapid indeed. Now, the M60, that car has been developed by BMW's M division, its performance in-house department, and they've really been working hard on it because its twin electric motors pack 610 brake horsepower. But despite that prodigious power output, it can still manage over 340 miles on a full charge. No matter which version of the iX you go for, you're really going to be in for a treat when it comes to refinement. Now, electric cars, they're not always that quiet to drive. When you take away that engine, it tends to amplify all the other noises like tyre noise and wind noise. But BMW have done a remarkable job with the iX because you can barely hear anything. It is so hushed in here. It's also very comfortable. If you go for the xDrive 50, you get air suspension as standard, which does an amazing job at riding out the bumps and crests in the road. Now, aside from being a hugely comfortable and quiet car to drive, the iX also drives like a typical BMW. The steering is nice and accurate, the car is nice and agile, and it's just got a little bit more polish than you tend to find in other rivals. Well, that was the iX. Let's now take a look at the i4. If the iX is the most comfortable a BMW electric car can be, then the i4 is the sportiest. The i4 is closely related to the 4 Series Gran Coupé and the 3 Series. That means you have one of the finest driving experiences in the business. The whole car just feels alive. The steering is nice and sharp and accurate. The chassis goes exactly where you want it to, and it's sending me messages all of the time. In that respect, the i4 drives like a typical BMW. For the time being, there are just 2 versions of the i4, the eDrive 40 and the M50, both of which use an 81 kilowatt hour battery. The eDrive 40, like we've got here, sends power to the rear wheels, 355 horsepower to be precise, and the claimed range is 367. That means the i4 is super competitive when it comes to its nearest rivals. The other version is the M50, engineered by BMW's M division. Now that car has an extra electric motor, making it all-wheel drive. And when the car has its full power output of 544 horsepower in Sport Boost mode, it can rocket from 0 to 62 miles an hour in 3.8 seconds. That's quicker than the BMW M3 competition. Yes, really. But despite that enormous power output and performance figures, the i4 M50 can still return around 318 miles on a full charge. As for charging, the i4 can be charged up to 205 kilowatts. That means if you find a rapid charger, a 0 to 80% top-up would take just 30 minutes. Not only is the i4 fantastic to drive and offers real long-distance cruising ability thanks to its large battery, it's also a comfortable and spacious place to be. The 5-door body style means there's lots of space inside, there's lots of fantastic technology on board. You get the latest version of BMW's iDrive, for example, which is just one of the best in the business, full stop, and the quality in here is superb. The biggest compliment I can make about the i4 is that it drives like a BMW, but it just happens to be electric. So there we are then, that is the BMW iX and BMW i4. For any more information or to book a test drive, speak to SNOWS in Portsmouth or on the Isle of Wight.